steady, don't let it twist.
Watch the cable, she's gonna snap.
Hold it steady, it's swinging too hard. Watch your hands on the latch. Okay, pull the pin now. Clear the gate, they're coming out hard. Clear the deck. I got it. Watch the hole, push it off. All right, bring her down easy now, get the chains. Get those pots secured. Watch your feet, they're moving fast. Get these clear, move it. Watch out for that claw. Mind the claw. Careful, careful. Hold it steady. Watch the swing, she's heavy. Breaking through. Just stack it now. Watch the claws. Got it, lift on 3. 1, 2, 3. Watch out for that claw. I got it, toss him over here. Get these big ones moving. Watch the line, they're backing up. Clear the chute. Brace for impact. All right, she's down. Get the straps on it now. Watch the door. Heavy on the latch. He's clear. Watch your step over here. They're backing up by the belt.
Watch the big one by the lens. Get it secured now.
Careful, he almost got the camera.
Watch the cable.
It's too heavy, speed it up. Watch the swing, watch the swing.
Get a line on it now.
Heave. Watch the roll, keep it steady. It's coming down, clear the deck.
Watch it, watch the claws.
I'm trying, it's jammed. Pull. Watch the line.
We got too many here.
Keep them centered. Watch your hands there. Clear the line, we got another drop coming. Get that line clear.
Watch out, they're coming fast.
Push them toward the tank. watch the swing. Get ready to clear the deck. All right, she's coming over.
Keep it off the rail!
Hold fast. Lift on the next swell. Watch the claws. Keep it steady. Hey, we got a runner over here. Grab it.
In the icy North Atlantic, where grey waves constantly fly into the steel hulls of ships, the hunt for the king crab begins as a war between man and ocean. From the moment the steel traps are released deep into the dark seabed, where the king crabs ride in the itchy area around them spreading in the cold stream, to the harsh moment when each crane is pulled back to the surface with the ear-splitting winch noise. It all creates an epic after nature and the European fishermen in water suits. They fight against the strong wind and waves, with the shaking cages filled with frantically clawing king crabs, with the sliding deck filled with seawater and white foam, only to bring aboard the powerful mass of the most precious seafood of the North. This is a story of strength, skill, courage and survival, a world where steel, water, wind and waves of white king crabs collide in an endless circle of the ocean.
Watch out, they're coming out. Go, go, move in now. Get these crabs moving to the conveyor now. Watch your step, push them harder. We need more crates up here, hurry up. Keep the line moving.
Watch your hands on that one.
We need more crates over here. Roger that, this wind is brutal.
In the middle of the vast cold sea where the leaden sky blends with the fierce waves, the European fisherman's journey to hunt thousands of giant king crabs begins like a harsh epic of the ocean. From the first moments when the giant steel cage is lowered deep into the dark seabed, where schools of king crabs writhe and struggle around the fragrant bait in the cold current, until the winch screams tensely pulling the heavy cages back to the surface. All create a real war between humans and nature. When the crab cage is lifted from the sea surface, thousands of bright red king crabs rush and hit the steel frame, struggling violently, making the ship shake, while the fishermen in waterproof protective gear must coordinate with absolute precision to keep safe and control the frantically struggling seafood. And on the steel deck drenched in seawater, amidst the sound of waves, the rumbling of engines and the cold air blowing on their faces, they diligently sorted, pulled in nets, and processed each batch of cages so full that they overflowed like a flood. This is not just a job, but a challenge, a resilience, a human affirmation before the sea, where each trip is filled with danger, effort and pride when bringing back precious spoils from the ocean floor.
Hear that? Crabs are moving tonight. Glad I'm in here with this coffee.
Steady on the winch, bring it up now. We still have more pots below.
All right, watch the coil. Heave! All in the pot now.
As the prelude of the journey comes to a close, we begin to delve into every tense and satisfying moment of the king crab hunt in the cold European
That is a
Sea,
massive hole.
where the giant
Well done,
iron
boys.
ship becomes a floating factory, and the deck is a battlefield between fishermen wearing waterproof protective suits and thousands of giant king crabs
Check the
writhing and
caliper.
struggling violently. In this
158,
main part,
send it through.
viewers will follow the ship from the control room, where coordinates on the map and radar screen decide the location of each steel cage, down to the dark seabed, where the smell of bake dissolves in the cold water, attracting a whole school of king crabs to rush in, climb the trap, crowd, scratch and wrestle for every space inside the iron frame. From there, the rhythm will gradually increase as the winches
Keep
roar.
the line moving.
The cables
We got too
tighten,
many coming in hot.
pulling the
Move
heavy
it.
cages back to the surface. Each time they rise, a giant red mass of light slams loudly against the frame. Seawater rushes onto the deck, forcing the fishermen to both keep their balance between the wind and waves and control the frantically struggling crabs. Each scene will expose the harshness on the slippery deck. The fierce struggles of the king crabs make the cages shake. The cables screech. Sometimes even the deck seems to move to the rhythm of their beating, while the calloused hands of the fishermen calmly, precisely, classify,
The radar
measure
looks
the
clear.
size,
We can set the course
release
directly
the young
east.
ones back to the
Copy
sea
that.
and put the qualified
Bring it around now.
individuals
We're on
into
the way
cold
home.
storage, preparing for the journey to dock and enter the giant value chain behind. This is the part where viewers can most clearly feel the sweat, breath, heartbeat, adventure and human skills, directly contrasting with the instinctive, aggressive and constantly struggling strength of thousands of king crabs from the deep ocean floor until they lie still in each sealed container.
This is the best meal we've had all week, honestly. You should try the fish.
I swear, the pot nearly pulled me overboard. It must have weighed a ton.
A ton? You're exaggerating again, old man.
Keep it coming, easy on the swing.
Oh, look at that monster!
All right, clear the deck, let's set it down.
Get the gate clear!
Watch your hands, they're everywhere.
Watch your hands!
Another big one coming through.
Clear the line!
Entering the main part of the article, we will closely follow the fierce journey of European fishermen wearing waterproof protective suits on giant iron ships.
Careful
From
with
the
that one, it's
time the
huge.
steel cage traps are
How
gradually
many in this
lowered to
crate?
the
25?
cold seabed,
Yeah, mark it down.
until
We're almost done with
thousands of
this
giant
batch.
king crabs writhe violently inside and are
47
pulled back
crates,
to the surface.
11,500.
Deep below, the fish bait
Plus this
gradually
lot.
dissolves in the dark water, attracting schools of king crabs to come, climbing on top of each other, scratching frantically to compete for space in the cage, causing the entire steel frame to vibrate in the misty sounding muck. When the winch starts to whistle, the
This one's
cables
heavier than
tighten to pull
expected.
the heavy traps
Keep it steady,
onto
we're
the deck.
listening hard to pour.
Each rise from the sea surface is a vivid explosion of water. White foam and bright red spiny legs hitting the cage frame, making the whole ship sway. On the slippery deck filled
Watch the
with
conveyor, they're
seawater,
backing up.
the fishermen must both keep their balance in the wind and waves and face the frantic struggles of
trying, move the
thousands
ones
of
on the
king
left.
crabs crawling, clinging, and looking for a way out, while they patiently open the cages, collect the crabs, push them onto the conveyor belt, and begin the journey of sorting, weighing, and selecting qualified individuals for the huge valuable shipment. Everything that happens in this part will bring viewers right into the heart of the battle between the wild power from the ocean floor and the skills, experience, and bravery of humans on the steel deck in the middle of the vast cold sea.
Tastes like a winner. We got a good haul this time.
Faster, we got a full load coming in.
Clear the sorting table now.
Check the size on that one.
Hold the line, it's slipping.
I got it, watch your footing.
Tell you something that we came on board and if we're thinking about how it easy on. Es gibt Leute, die just aus Game Guild Hudson.
In this main part, we will delve into the harsh but fascinating world of king crab hunting in the cold sea, where giant steel cage traps become the extended arms of the iron ship, silently descending to the bottom of the dark ocean and starting a life
think
and
the weather's
death game
finally
with
turning for
thousands
us.
of giant
Right,
king
and
crabs
just in
writhing
time.
and struggling
Good work out
violently.
there.
From the moment the bait melts in the icy water,
Look at them circling back there. They know we got the
schools of
big
king
ones.
crabs to
Best
crawl
haul of
over,
the season, brother.
climb
We
on top
deserve
of
this
each
rest.
other,
Yeah, almost
jostle,
home.
scratch to compete for position inside the cage, until the steel frame shakes because of their weight and chaos. All will be recreated through dramatic underwater angles. At the right signal, the winch on deck began to wind, the cables straining to pull each heavy trap from the depths back to the surface, where the cold grey sea suddenly exploded into a white curtain of water as the crab cages rose, erupting with long, spiky legs. Their bright red claws frantically pounding against the cage frames.
Morning, Captain.
On
Looks
deck,
like a good haul.
amid the howling wind and raging
Took
waves,
long enough. Glad to be
European
back.
fishermen in
We are ready
waterproof
for the dock.
protective gear faced
All right,
the
hold it
sight
there.
of
Bring her
thousands
down
of
easy
king
now. Watch
crabs
the edge.
pouring out like a living flood.
Roger, coming down.
Struggling, trying to escape the
Watch your
slippery
left
steel
side.
floor,
Easy now, keep it
while they
steady.
calmly opened the cages, gathered
All right,
the
coming back.
crabs,
Clear the ramp.
pushed them onto the conveyor belt,
Look at
and
that,
sorted
boys.
each one by
Biggest haul
size and
yet.
quality. Every
We
fierce
earned that
struggle,
one.
every claw raised in unconscious self-defense, every crab put into a barrel or released back to the sea becomes an important piece, telling the true story of the journey from the icy seabed to the noisy steel deck, where the survival instinct of the giant king crab collides directly with the experience, strength and courage of humans in the middle of the ocean.
That was a haul. Biggest one yet.
Yeah, my arms are still burning from those crabs.
I can give you $5 a pound.
Make it 6. They just came off the boat this morning.
All right, load them up.
These just came in, very fresh.
I'll take this one right here. How much per kilo?
Look at the size of these.
Are they all this fresh?
Pretty good. Straight from the boat this morning.
We nearly lost the boat in that storm, fighting ice the whole way back. That's why the price is firm.
The quality is excellent, but your competitors are offering a better rate for this volume.
Look at the size of these. I have never seen anything like it.
They must be fresh. We should definitely get some for dinner tonight.
How the flow lines bring the crabs right to this spot. We drop the pots here, intercept them before the next tide shift. It's crucial we time this right.
When the last cage traps were pulled up, the steel deck was gradually cleared, the seawater on the floor dried up and the cargo boxes filled with giant king crabs were locked in cold storage. The fierce journey between humans and the ocean was temporarily closed. From the dark seabed, where thousands of king crabs writhed and struggled violently in steel cages, to the moment they appeared on the conveyor belt, carefully sorted by the calloused hands of European fishermen wearing waterproof protective gear, all painted a true picture of labor, adventure and unlimited perseverance. Behind each king crab displayed on the dining table were stormy nights. The sound of cables screeching in the night. The sound of winches pulling in the dark. The sleepless eyes of men facing fierce waves and cold to win the red gold from the deep sea. And when the giant iron ship turned its bow
The
back
king
to
crab's
port,
anatomy is
leaving
distinct.
behind the grey
large
waters
carapace,
of the
the
icy
powerful
sea,
claws, the
leaving
protective
only the
spines,
yellow
and the
lights
10
shining on the
segmented
tired
legs.
but proud faces.
Flip them over
We
gently.
could fully feel that each trip was not
See the
just a
abdomen
fishing
flap?
season,
The narrow ones are
but
keepers, the
also a
wide ones we
test of
toss
human
back.
limits, where
All right,
will,
you see this knuckle
skill
here?
and courage
This is where you
blended
grab
with the
them.
sound of
Keep
waves,
your fingers away from the
wind
mouth
and the fierce
and the
struggle of
claws, or you'll
thousands
lose
of
them.
king crabs out there.
that one, Cap.
Get this pot secured. We got more coming up.
Hold it, hold it!
Big wave coming.
Secure the pot! Keep them moving, don't let the traps back up.
Watch your hands. Big swell coming.
Fill it up, we're moving out. Got it, watch
When the
chain.
last frame's close, the giant iron ship gradually shrinks into the cold mist and the chain of steel cage traps has completed its mission. We can see the full journey that thousands of giant king crabs and European fishermen in waterproof protective suits have just gone through. From the dark seabed, where the cage traps lie quietly between the mud and icy currents, waiting for schools of king crabs to ride and struggle to fight for the bait, until the moment the heavy cages are pulled with cables. Rising from the water surface with the rumbling winch and the sound of waves crashing against the ship's side. Everything clearly shows the fierceness, harshness but also the fascination of the Northern Sea trade. On the slippery steel deck, amidst waves of crabs pouring out like a flood, crawling, clinging, and struggling madly, there are images of men silently tightening their gloves, keeping their feet steady, and focusing on each action of opening cages, gathering crabs, and sorting them, ensuring their own safety while respecting the standards of size and output to preserve marine resources. When the cold boxes filled with the ocean's red gold are safely placed
We got
in
another
the
big
hold,
one.
behind
Get
the
it in the
flickering
tank
yellow
now.
lights and warm coffee smoke in the dining room, there is a long series of moments of tension in the ropes. Howling winds, roaring waves, and the fierce last-minute kicks of the king crabs. And then, when the ship turns back to port, leaving the cold grey water far behind, the story of the confrontation between humans and the ocean, between the experience and bravery of fishermen and the instinctive strength of thousands of king crabs, temporarily ended, but its echoes still reverberated in every wave, every cable, every scratch on the deck, and will continue to be written on the following trips, where the cage traps once again sank to the bottom of the ocean.
That's quite a view.
Yeah, almost makes you forget the smell.
All right, let's secure this gear before it gets dark.